It's Lupac, baby, in the building.
The truth teller in the building.
The pressure bringer in the building.
If you rockin' with Pac,
Make some noise. Yeah, if you got receipts,
put it on the floor.
if you got that truth,
Put it on the floor.
if you rockin' with Lupac,
Put it on the floor.
hey, 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 hey. One time for the realest,
Bitch,
two times for the coldest,
bitch,
three times for the bossed up,
bitch. Fuck it up, fuck it up.
yeah, that's Lupac, bitch.
One time for Lupac, baby.
Let's go.
Two times for Lupac, baby.
That's right.
Three times for Lupac, baby.
Fuck up.
Fuck it up, fuck it up.
It's Lupac,
Baby.
walk in, whole room in a G-shift. Truth talk heavy, she don't ever miss. Stand on facts, yeah, she stand on 10. When Pac touch down, pressure step in. Spotlight glow when she hit that live. Whole chat lit when she drop that vibe. No fake love, only real ones roll. Lupac run the scene, that's how it goes. Clock that T receipts on site. Drop one post on that ignite. Talk that truth, she don't play nice. Put it on the floor, expose that light. Go Lupac,
Go, go, Lupac, go,
go Lupac, go. Put it on the floor, Pac, put it on the floor. Time for the realest,
bitch,
two times for the coldest,
bitch,
three times for the bossed up,
bitch. Fuck it up, fuck it up.
yeah, that's Lupac,
One time for Lupac, baby.
hey,
Two time for Lupac, baby.
that's right,
Three time for Lupac, baby.
turn up,
Fuck it up, fuck it up.
it's Lupac, baby. Truth in her voice, yeah, the crowd gon' lean. When she clock them receipts, know she mean what she mean. No cap stories, she dismantle the fake. Every live she hit, make the whole chat shake. From the boot energy to worldwide view. Lupac, baby, got nothing to prove. Stand tall, crown never tilt. Pressure too heavy, whole lane get built. Put it on the floor, 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 put it on the floor.
Go Lupac, go, go Lupac, go. Receipts on the floor, let's go. One time for Lupac, baby. Two time for Lupac, baby.
That's right,
Three time for Lupac, baby.
turn up.
Fuck it up, fuck it up. It's Lupac, baby.
If you want some weird shit, stay away. Stay away from me. Period.
No weapon should profit.
No weapon form is going to prosper.
No weapon farm is gonna profit. Thank you, Pastor.
And another thing, if you coming with that drama and that negativity, wet, you know what's going on. Stop playing.
Hey y'all, what's up, Pop Squad? Shout out to y'all. What's going on, y'all? I'm so tired and drained. Y'all just don't understand. Y'all, this sleep schedule been tearing your girl up, okay? Trying to get readjusted to them kids being back in school. Y'all know my oldest son, he started college last week, but Ham kiss. We got to, oh my God, I hate even talking about it, but I got to get up with Ham at 5 o'clock in the morning to be on that bus for 6:15, child. The only good thing about it is they pick her up right in front of the house. Last year we caught hell, but it's tearing me up because I am not a morning person. I've been sleeping on and off throughout the day, y'all. I'm trying to get it together, okay? Just bear with me a little longer. Just bear with your girl. Still been having a lot going on, but trying to get my sleep schedule back right, that's a whole headache and a half. But I miss y'all. What's going on, y'all? This gonna be a little 1-2. You know, we just gonna do a little catching up. I was supposed to do a Carmelo Anthony live after they denied the motion for new trial, but y'all know that's going into the appeal phase next, so that's not like a big deal. You know, it's a lot of ins and outs surrounding that. But I said, let me come through and do a little saga one too, because we ain't talked about the saga in a little minute, okay? We ain't talking about the saga in a little minute, but we gonna catch up, y'all. We gonna catch up. Don't worry. Let me see who we got in here. I know a lot of y'all probably just getting back in the habit too of getting them babies back in school. So I know y'all can feel my pain, child. I know y'all can hear the sleep in my voice. I am tired. Whew, but we gonna get through this. Hey, Miss Renee. Hey, Miss Dee Dee, Miss Yolanda, Keisha. We got Jaisha in the building, Yumika, Miss Ramona, Queen Arnaz. We got Miss Stephanie, Bianca Pear. We got Christina, Miss Shannon, Loving My Curves, Queen Love Mail, Miss Angela D. Shout out to the Green Team for being VIP. We got Queen Lily. We got my sis, the real Nene the Goat. Shout out to you, Becca Cry, Enlighten Aura. We got Miss Deborah, E2 Short. We got Lovely Lynn, Miss Kimmy. We got Latae, of course. We got Miss Witty, Miss Linda. We got my bro Terry in the building coming through with the copyright and fair use. I'm going to read it because I do want to look at a little video with y'all. Just, I want to look at a little video with y'all. It says, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purpose such as the criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Hey, Miss Kimberly. Thank you, Terry, again. We got Show Enough in the building. We got Crystal. We got Miss Hill. Thank you for my firework. Thank you, my love. Who else in here? Let me see. Hey, Miss Jean. Pac probably out making groceries. Y'all leave me alone, y'all. Y'all know I'm always late, y'all. I be trying to set them lives and get to them on time. I swear I do, but it's like it just literally be impossible for me. I don't know what it is. I could never set a live and like literally make it on time, y'all. It's like something always come up that I have to do at the last minute. It never fails, and I be trying my hardest. But y'all don't fault me, okay? Listen, I'm a busy woman. I be trying though. I be trying to get to these lives on time, y'all. That's why I be out of breath. I be rushing trying to get to the live with y'all. I love y'all. Hey, Miss Christy. Who else in here? Hey, Miss Jocelyn. I know Dolly, y'all. Rest in peace to Dolly Parton, y'all. She passed away. Oh Lord, prayers to her family. Oh my God. I could not believe that when I seen it, but she lived a long life. I think they say she was like 80 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, Just Jules. Who else in here? Hey, Miss Yolanda. We got Miss Angela B. We got Miss Dee Dee. We got Miss Linda. Thank you, Miss Angela, for that firework. We got Nicola. We got Scorpio. We got Miss Lisa, Grow 6565. We got Miss Linda, Miss Mercedes. We got Miss Jackie, Vetta's World. Queen Love Mail, shout out to you for 20 months. I love that. Shout out to y'all for holding it down, baby. Hey, Lady Divine. Hey, Miss Black Vivian. Hey, Shaquintley. Who else in here? Let me see. Miss Slim. We got, I love you too, Miss Dimples. You say been waiting on your commentary on what's been happening. Dimples in the house. Y'all, I haven't really been keeping up with everything, okay? Y'all gonna have to give me a little minute to catch up. I know a couple little things, a couple things been, hitting me on the back end, but I ain't been keeping up with everything, okay? But listen, once I get caught up, y'all gonna get filled. But I'm pretty sure y'all might know more than me at this point. So y'all be in the bushes, okay? Y'all might know more than me. Normally I try to catch a bush here and there, but it's been so hectic. Life been life in y'all. And not in a bad way, but life been life and child. I've just been busy. Hey, Miss Denise. Hey, Miss Beverly. Thank you, sis, for that firework. I appreciate your support. Shout out to Lady Divine for 26 months. We got Twin Mommy. Who else? Queen D Money for 16 months, period. We got Miss Simone. We got, let me go down. Miss Geraldine in the building. Miss Dimitri. Who else? Who else in here? Miss Tracy. Did I miss anybody? Hold on, y'all. Miss Patrina, I see you. CSBSN Kim, I see you. The Real McCoy, I see you, my love. Kiana with the Q, it don't matter. Miss Phyllis, y'all coming in fast. Let me find out y'all miss me. I miss y'all, okay, y'all. I miss our little auntie talk. But we getting back to it, y'all. We're gonna get back to it. We're gonna get back on regular scheduled programming real soon. It's been real inconsistent lately, but we finna get back to our regular schedule because child, I've been missing a lot. And I hate to miss a lot because y'all know this saga is like a damn ghetto soap opera. When you miss 1 or 2 days, baby, it's like you didn't miss the whole week or two worth of tea. Okay. But shout out to the sources. And yeah, they've been filling me in on a couple things that's been going on. Not too much detail, but for the most part, surface level, y'all. So y'all can put in the chat, anything that y'all feel like I might need to know. Y'all just put it in the chat. Y'all know I don't concern myself with content creator beef or anything like that, but T-worthy stuff about the saga. Okay, just that, y'all. But anyways, who I'm out of breath, y'all. I'm still out of breath. If you would like to donate to me monetarily, you can cash out me $sign Lupac2. You can also buy me a coffee. Shout out to my coffee people. You can also support the platform by getting a super chat or a super sticker, aka a firework. Also the jewels. Shout out to the jewels people in the chats when y'all be cutting up. Shout out to y'all. You can also support me by getting a membership. Shout out to the green team. Make sure y'all watch them ads, y'all. Please hit that like button at the end of this live. Hype your girl up. Okay, y'all know the vibes, y'all know the vibes. But anyways, y'all, like I said, it's been a lot going on. Lupac, did you see Harmony video? Yes. Listen, I get that paperwork early, okay? Y'all know one thing about it and two things for sure. I always get the court paperwork, baby. I always get it. I just haven't had time to come live, y'all. But shout out to my sister for, doing her little one too, baby. But I actually got it. I never even really read through it, y'all. I know it was some motions, or I think it was like a motion to compel and something else. So I'm gonna have to look at it and see, but I ain't had time to redacted because her address is on there and personal information. Y'all know I don't believe in putting out nobody personal information, child. But yeah, that landlord ain't playing no games, baby. He coming for his money on that man coming for his coin. And it's given very much personal because I've never seen a landlord go to those extents. Now I done seen, where landlords they'll take them to court for, little damage here and there, but to this extent is given very much personal. I don't know. It's given very much personal because keep in mind, he collecting a little coin, but he also got to spend a little coin to collect a little coin. So that's real interesting. He had to hire a whole attorney to get the job done, baby. But he went through the lengths. Okay, he went through the lengths, and it's getting to the point where I don't know. Whatever happens at the September court date between them, it's gonna happen, but um it might end up turning into a garnishment of wages. It just depends unless they, come to some type of settlement for that court date or whatnot. But if she don't show up and they don't settle something in court or whatever, the judge might grant for her wages to be garnished where it's involuntarily done, child. So we'll see what happens, y'all. We're gonna see what happened. It's crazy she hasn't paid that man that lets you know she's broke. Child, that's a lot of money, y'all. That's I ain't gonna lie. That who finna give a landlord 15K, okay? That's a lot of money, especially when you feel like you ain't did nothing wrong. Everybody feel like they ain't did nothing wrong. So listen, I be real choked up about unasked 15K too to a landlord, and I feel like you added some damages on that thing. You didn't put a little stank on it. You didn't added some tax. You have to find me, child. Listen, work too hard for my little coin. Hey, Janae. Hey, my love. They effed that house up. They had to have, y'all. They had to have did a number on their house because, like I said, it's given very much personal, like a vendetta. Because sometimes landlords will, they'll drop it. Like they won't even go the distance. Sometimes they'll do a little 1-2 in court just to scare the tenant or whatever, out of agreeing or giving them their little coin, but they rarely go this far because, like I said, you got to spend a coin to make a coin. So imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine how much he have to pay his attorney to go this route. So I don't know, y'all. That is giving very much personal. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. We got 212 in here. Let me know y'all love me and y'all glad to see me back. Okay, so hit that like button for Pactal. So thank you, Janae, for that firework. You say, hey, my girl, thanks for the prayers. Wait, hold on. Wait, you was typing fast, Janae. You guys, I can't even read what you put. You say, hold on, let me put that on the screen. Hey, my girl, thanks for the prayers. I think this is how I ain't asking for too much, but need them again. I got you. Listen, I told y'all when I say my prayer at night for my family, I always pray for all of y'all as well, individually and collectively. I love y'all down. Y'all like second family. I even have Ham be adding y'all in her prayers too, child. My little baby be praying right along with her mommy. But I got y'all. I got y'all. Who y'all? Don't mind me. I'm tired. My eyes are so low, but I could not go another day without coming live just to chat with y'all, have our little auntie talk because I've been missing in action, baby. I said, oh, child, they gonna be looking. Somebody might pop up in Louisiana looking for me. I said, let me ever do a little 1-2, then we gonna really, really get back into it. But what else? It's something else I wanted to tell y'all. Damn, it's gonna come to me. I hadn't forgot that fast. Remember Momo said Isaiah was the one who had the ceiling leaking? She did? Refresh my memory, Scorpio. What's the context surrounding it? Because I don't remember. That girl messed that man house up. It had to have been some serious damages, y'all. Because ain't like I said, it's giving very much personal vendetta. Ain't no landlord going this distance for a couple holes in the wall from a few nails, pictures being put up and paint, chip paint, ain't no land because that's standard. It had to have been some stuff, but if y'all remember, we went over all of that. Whenever he first initially filed it, he said in his estimate paperwork that it was leftover furniture and a bunch of trash up in there and all kind of stuff. That's what he said. Okay, we ain't see no pictures, but that's what he said, child. So, and when you go to court, you got to provide receipts. You got to show receipts, but she actually made it easy for him because they issued the judgment as a default judgment. So in all actuality, he didn't have to show Nathaniel. So, and that's the crazy part. I would have never missed that court date. Oh no, baby, you ain't finna. Even if you can't afford an attorney, baby, the way Chat GPT be giving it up, she could have let Chat GPT defend her. Okay, period. We ain't missing no. You ain't finna get no free coin off of my back, especially that amount. That's some crazy work. And I think a lot of times people think that when they just avoid the court process, it'll just randomly go away. No, that's the worst thing you can do. The courts is not a 1-800 bill collector. Okay, it's not a collector, debt collector, a random bill collector. It's not a 1-800 number, teller, whatever they call it. It's not that. It does not go away. You might think you didn't win a little time without having them people in your life, but eventually when it hits, it's gonna hit you hard. So I would advise anybody when it's involving the courts, baby, handle your business. Period. Handle your 1-2. Do not let that slip through the cracks because you're gonna pay later. You're gonna pay for it in a big way. You said she also failed to report the leak in the ceiling. Yep. That was in the paperwork too. I forgot about that. That was definitely that was in the paperwork. I forgot, y'all. How we get you know what? And I gotta be fair though. A leak in the ceiling is that sound like some type of structural damage because how does one cause a leak in the ceiling? Now I could see if it was like something hole in the wall or them putting holes in the walls or something like that, but I get why he put it. I get why he reported it because guess what? If you don't report your damages or your issues to your landlord when you have them and you allow it to just get worse over time, you will be held liable. Like that's it. That's all. You got to report that. If something goes wrong, and rightfully so, why wouldn't you want to report something like that when you paying your coin to live there? It's the responsibility of the landlord to fix any and everything that goes wrong. Point blank, period. If you don't own it, if you are someone's tenant, baby, child, I'd be reporting a drop of water on the floor. Okay. If I'm paying you 3,2,800, 5,600 a month, the stuff I would be reporting, the stuff I would be reporting, we ain't doing that. Let me see. Hold up, y'all. I'ma probably do our. Let's see. I got a doctor's appointment in the morning. I gotta drop them kid. Well, Ham gets the but I gotta drop my middle son. But I'm gonna probably do our members live tomorrow because I got some things for y'all. Like, I ain't forgot y'all. I know I've been skipping out and missing in action, but it's gonna be a good one, okay? Because I got some tea for y'all. I got some tea for my members. I've been holding it hot for y'all. Been holding it down, but we gonna just know when we get to that members, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Someone told him him who slash what she. Momo told her dad on live. She said Isaiah did it and they had to use but okay, I remember that. Since you said that, like since you said it with the buckets, I remember when she said that. I do remember that now. She definitely did tell her daddy that on live. She did. She said it had to put some buckets up. I remember. That's crazy. So hey, the baby admitted it. The baby admitted it. I'm trying to think, y'all. It was something else I wanted to tell y'all, but I do want to play because I have it in my caption: LaTruth Saga, breakups, makeups, and court dates, child. I do want to play a video that RH and Amira did. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, child. Let me pull it up. One of these days, they just did a video. Let me see, because I got a couple things that I want to say. Y'all know I gotta give my little one too. Hold on, because I know y'all be wanting my input when stuff like that happen. I just hadn't had a chance to, give my little commentary, but we're gonna talk about it. Let me pull it up. And I'm not gonna play the whole thing. Y'all know how it go on YouTube. I'm gonna just play a little bit of it, but I definitely want to talk about it because I got mixed feelings. And y'all gonna hear once we get to it. Damn, hold on. Where's LaTruth page? Oh, LaTruth is under LaTruth on YouTube, I think. I don't think it's Robert Hampton. Let me see. Yeah, it's under LaTruth. I typed it. Robert Hampton. Okay, let's see. The big announcement, the reason we broke up. This the one. I actually started watching some of it, but I said, let me finish it with y'all. I started watching some of it, but I said, let me finish it with y'all. Let me see. If I was her, I'd be holding Ja accountable too, because that's the house she claims he punched holes in the wall. I don't know, because listen, Beyond, um, if you remember when she did a live and she was showing a little video of a hole in the wall, that was actually at Janelle's house. He punched the hole allegedly because we wasn't there, y'all. Y'all know how they go. He punched the hole allegedly in his own wall, and that came straight from her mouth. Now, as far as him doing anything as far as punching holes in her wall, she never proved that. She never gave an offer of proof. What she did show us a video during a live stream of a hole in his wall. And she said that he did it whenever she quote unquote accidentally showed the twins on the internet. Okay. So I don't know. But if she did say he punched holes in her wall, she never gave any proof to back that up. So I don't know how truthful that is, y'all. Um, I'm a little disappointed with how things happened between them. Was really rooting for their family. Sad to see the separation, and now him without him him out with other women, but their biz. My opinion on that is, and y'all know, I try to focus more on the advocacy side of things. Like, if things happen on the internet per se, I'll speak on it sometimes. It just depends on the severity of it. But when it comes to their relationship, y'all know I was real big on, first of all, them not even bringing it to the internet, because he didn't been through so much publicly and still dealing with stuff publicly. So I don't know the extent of, you know, the breakup at this point, because I ain't really been keeping up, y'all. I don't know if they back together, if they done made up, or if they just cool. We're gonna find out with this video. We're gonna, watch this little one too. But moving forward, I personally think that they should keep it, if they are back together or if they are planning on getting back together, keep it off the internet. You can be the crazy part is sometimes your transparency and your vulnerability can become the very weapon that is used against you. If you place it in the wrong hands or the wrong eyes view, it can become the very weapon used against you. So people got to be real careful when they overshare. You can be transparent, but you got to find that balance. And it's apparent. The balance is there. You got to find that balance between protecting your peace and not oversharing, not being too transparent or too vulnerable, especially with the internet, because the internet is a dangerous place. I would say at least 85% of the internet is not genuine, because and it's human nature. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but if these are strangers, they don't have to have your best interests at heart. They don't have to be on your side. It would be nice, because you would think people would have genuine decency, morale, values, integrity, but everybody don't have that. And you got to be careful. Like, don't give people the weapon to use against you or your partner, friend, partner, whatever y'all call yourselves. Don't allow people, especially when you are already in the midst of catching a lot of negative backlash. The last thing you should be doing is coming to the internet venting. The internet is not a therapist. The internet ain't nobody's friend. The internet weaponizes people's vulnerabilities and spit them out. Okay, that's not. We gotta stop doing that. The saga should be a prime example of what not to do on the internet. That's why I've been saying, y'all, for the longest, the saga is literally a teachable moment. Like, shout out to Auntie Pimo. It's a learning lesson. People should be learning, taking the experiences from the saga and using it in real life. Stop. I don't know. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just so against people oversharing on the internet. I don't like that, y'all, because I don't like to see people get hurt when they are, people using certain things against, especially if I see the person being a genuine person. If I could see you a genuine person and you getting attacked for, invalid reasons, or I just don't like that. But you also can't allow people to weaponize your vulnerability, your transparency. You can't allow people to do that to you. You got to protect your own peace from this internet. You can't put your peace in the hands of others, because you're going to be disappointed every single time. Okay? Period. Like, you will be highly disappointed. Let me see. Let me go up. Hey to everybody coming in. Hey, Miss Glenda. Who else came in here? SD, I see you. But when it comes to, and you know what, SD, it's hard for me to agree with that. SD said, I think RH needs a woman around his age. He's picking very young women. let me tell you why though, because I feel like age doesn't guarantee maturity, right? We all done seen where, you can be with somebody older and they're immature. You can be with somebody younger and they're very mature, right? So, and I don't want to use, let me not, I ain't going to use a certain person as an example because, they no longer in the realms of the saga, but just use y'all brain. I'm going to say that. Use y'all brain. So I don't think it's that. I think it's more so just finding the right person for you. But and it's gonna be some trials. It's just unfortunate they have a disadvantage because they're doing everything on the internet. But in real life, everybody go through trials and tribulations. Everybody have breakups. Everybody have makeups. It might take you 5 different partners before you find that one good, right? But it's not being publicized or broadcasted all over the internet for the world to see, unfortunately, but that all comes from oversharing and being too transparent as well. That people will weaponize your vulnerability, and you can't be the reason why they get to do that. Like, stop, putting yourself out there to the point where people can use what you say to hurt you. Like, I just don't understand that. But I think it's more so of I don't feel like RH is all the way fully healed yet. And the reason why I say that is because he's still dealing with the BS. He's still in the midst of it. Like, he works on the internet, and every day he comes to the internet, he's still experiencing the backlash from everything that happened, y'all. It's hard to heal when you still in the midst of the trauma and the chaos. It's real hard to heal from that. So I just feel like that's more so the reason. He's not it's not working the way they would want it to work. And I'm not saying it's his fault because we really don't know what happened, to be honest. That's the part that I can appreciate, that they actually kept away from the internet, the ins and outs surrounding the actual breakup. Because, so like I said, it's not good to overshare, especially when you're not viewed on the internet in a positive light, a high enough percentage of a positive light. Keep some stuff to yourself. Don't allow people to weaponize your vulnerability against you. That's crazy to me. All that screaming came from the thought of her overdressing around the coaches and the people in the football stadium. What happened, y'all? Hey, Miss Shirley. Thank you, discussion board, for getting that membership, my love. Thank you, discussion board, for that firework. I appreciate you. Say hey, Lupac, and chat mod and members. Thank you, Miss G, for that firework. Thank you for your support. I actually told her in the comments, and that's some good advice. Like, that is some really good advice, because when we can see how things affect people, right? Body language. Y'all know one thing I'm big on is body language. If you've been rocking with Pac for a while, y'all know I talk about body language a lot. Like, it literally anchors. You can see it. You can see it, the emotions. You can see the body language, all of that, and it tells you a story. Like, it'll tell you a whole lot. But everything is not meant for the internet. Like, I'm trying to put it in the plainest way possible. Everything is just not meant for the internet, especially when you see it's a pattern of what you put out being weaponized against you. Stop. Like that. Just stop. Just stop. And you can't, and it's possible for people to share, but not overshare, right? It's so many, y'all. I give this example a lot, y'all. It's so many celebrities, public figures, influencers, socialites, whatever you want to call them, that live their life publicly, but you don't know what the hell they got going on. And that don't let that make a whole lot of sense. They live their lives publicly, but you still don't know what they got going on, because it's possible. It's within arm's reach to establish that type of boundary. You have to protect your peace. If you choose the internet as your livelihood, and there's nothing wrong with it, because the internet be giving that money out, baby. Okay, the internet, people making real bags on the internet. but you gotta learn to get to a point where to set certain boundaries, especially if you got kids, because if anybody on the internet showing their entire ass and you got children, I gotta look at you with the bombastic side eye, because them kids gonna see, they might not see it now depending on the age of the kids, but they're gonna see it eventually. And guess what? They're gonna be embarrassed because this is legacy. Y'all, we all know that anything placed on the internet does not go away. It don't matter if the original poster deletes it or not. It's gonna forever be recycled on the internet. And if you got kids, that's why I say you gotta be real mindful of what you put on the internet when you got children. Real mindful. Let me see. Uh Bunny say, Lupac, I hope they do not get back together, because if we break up one day, the next day and into today, you are kissing and rubbing up on another female. There was no real love. See, I don't know the context around that, because like I said, y'all, I haven't been keeping up, so I don't know. And this is why, but you know what I will say is, this is why you can't overshare, or because we don't know the full story. I'm gonna just say that, and let me tell y'all why I say that. Because if I see two people break up and they right back dealing with each other or in each other's presence, I'm like, oh hell no, that like something ain't right, Tom. Okay, listen. And I ain't saying it like in a bad way. I'm just saying it like it make you want to mind your business. It really make you want to mind your business, because like what the hell y'all got going on, child? What do y'all really have? Are y'all together, or y'all just, it's a little skit, or y'all just friends, best friends, partners? I don't know. But one thing I will say about RH that I've learned about his character, and I see a lot of people judge him because of it, right? With his profession, and people saying, he be around women too much and this and that. I've learned that he's very much open with the females that he deal with. And I've learned that through receipts over time, seeing, conversations and different things like that. And even the partners, even the women sharing how he is as a man, as far as being truthful and being upfront and honest. So I can't really speak too much on as far as his profession and him being around women or him interacting with women, because here's the thing, y'all. We might not like it for us personally, but we not with him. At the end of the day, if they like it, I love it. If they cool with it, because you never know what type of understanding two people might have behind the scenes. You never know what type of time they own together. And another thing is, I'll advise any woman, if you uncomfortable with, hold up, y'all. Let me see something. Oh, my child called me. Oh, my phone on vibrate. I'm gonna have to call him when I get off live, y'all. My baby call me every day, y'all. My baby call me you so spoiled. I'm like, boy, you are in college. He called his mommy every single day. But what was I saying? Oh, one thing I advise, if you are a woman and you dealing with a man, and if he's not upfront with you about, how he give it up or what type of time he on, run. Okay. And that don't have nothing to do with RH in a mirror situation. I'm just speaking in general. This is for the ladies, period. If you dealing with a man and he's not upfront and honest with you about what type of time he on, how he move around, his character, get the hell on. Now, if he is upfront and honest with you about how he give it up, how he move around, then I feel like you are accepting it. You putting yourself in that position. You shouldn't complain later if he told you what time it was. Okay? If he told you what time it was, because listen, one thing about Pac, I can appreciate an honest man because when men are honest, it gives you the option to decide early on before too much feelings is involved whether you gonna stick around or you gonna get the hell on. Okay, you gotta respect the man that's upfront and honest because child nowadays these ninjas will string you along. They wait till you all in love to break your heart or start showing a different side, and that's crazy to me. But hey, like I said, you never know what type of agreement they got behind the scenes, y'all. And that's why I kind of give grace to that extent because, like I said, once I seen the breakup and then I seen them, still around each other in happy spirits, that speaks volumes to me. That speaks major volumes to me because if people and this is human nature, right? More often than not, when people break up, especially if it's on bad terms, oh, look, my baby. See, now he texting me. Hold on, y'all. Let me text y'all nephew back, y'all, because I ain't answer him when he just called. Hold up. Get off live. All right. Yeah, like I was saying, so um if it's very rare that you see two people break up and immediately after they are still in good spirits, still in each other's presence. More often than not, even if it's not a bad breakup, a breakup is a breakup. Once you break up with somebody, you don't want to be in their presence. Because you can't move on. You can't heal if you around the person that you're trying to get the hell on from, right? So that spoke volumes to me, and that's why I said I ain't gonna read too much into it because they still very much cool. So it kind of made me feel like whatever happened between them, it gave some type of mutual agreement behind the scenes. Like we gonna decide this collectively and we're gonna still be cool. It's given they did what was in the best interest of both of them, but they still friends. And I can respect that. Now, y'all know if it would have been something terrible, baby, the internet would be knowing. Full throttle. It'd be all over the internet right about now. They say older women come with too much baggage. I That could be true, but then again, I feel like any and everybody come with something, y'all. It's all up to God at the end of the day. Who is your person or who's for you? Who you supposed to end up with? You never know and it's hard to judge that because sometimes people will come to you with a mask on. Like I just was saying, that's why I say I can respect a man who is upfront and honest from the very beginning because he's basically giving you an option to decide what you want to deal with. But then when you get some men who will wear a mask until your feelings are completely involved, and then you in a tough spot, baby. Okay, you in a real tough spot. Thank you, Miss Angela. Thank you for the firework. You say, do you think she ever intended to marry him? Why did she even accept the ring? Was it just for content? Um, I don't know. I don't want. I can't really answer that because I'm not in her head, Miss Angela. Like I think that would have to be a question for her. And with the type of transparency that she gives, she probably gonna answer it truthfully. Like to be honest, she probably will give an upfront answer to your question. So that I would have to literally be in her shoes to know if she was genuine about, the proposal or whatnot. But who's to say something didn't happen, y'all, right after the engagement? Because life be life. You know what I'm saying? Something could have took place. And if you think about it, like, well, I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that, but I'm gonna just say life be life. I'm gonna just say that. But when these situations come about, I never just jump on one bandwagon immediately. because don't get it twisted. I support RH, and I've been supporting RH since the beginning of the saga. Amira is new in the fold, but I don't have no issues with her either, right? I don't have zero issues with Amira. I don't know her personally or none of that. I feel like over time we've grown as supporters, we've grown to know RH, and pretty much when it comes to his character, because you can only fake a facade for so long, right? You can only fake a facade for so long. And I pay attention to what the women say when they're happy, not when they sad. And that makes a dear because I'm a woman. I'm a woman, y'all, and a lot of y'all are women. So I tend to pay attention when a woman is at their happiest moments with a man. That's when I feel like they're more truthful. Okay? That's when I feel like women are more truthful, when they're in their happiest moments. But when they mad, y'all know a woman scorn, baby, or tell a lie. Okay? And I'm not saying that about Amir. I'm just speaking in general when it comes to women because I'm a woman. But yeah, I listen, I pay attention, I analyze. I'm very logical. Like I really, really pay attention. So when it comes to RH and his character behind the scenes, I've only ever heard good things until they get mad. Once they get mad and they, he break up with them or whatever, that's when you start hearing other things. But these very same women be wanting to stick around, which is very telling, be wanting to reconcile, which is very telling, remarrying him, which is very telling. So, it's just little things like that'll kind of show you a person's character. Because at the end of the day, we all women and we know what time it is. We know what time it is. A woman ain't holding on that hard to something that's just toxic and abusive and all of the bad things. They not going the extra mile. And it's more often than not, you will see the man trying his hardest to hold on to the woman and not the other way around. At least, for me, I see that. Hold on, y'all. My baby texts me back. One second. What you doing too? Hold on, y'all. Unlock it? All right, go ahead. Okay. Stop running, Chase. I don't know why my kids like running in the house. All right, let's see. I hope y'all ain't heard that. Ham just burped so loud. She burped so loud. I hope y'all ain't heard that. Let me see. Miss Kimmy said they were exposing too much. I truly believe once she got proposed to, she should have gotten off the internet and gotten a job. Laugh out loud. I don't think it's healthy for both of them to be constant. I don't think so either. And I gotta keep it a buck. I really gotta keep it a buck. One thing, RH, if you listening, and this is not a shot at a mirror. This is just how I feel. Period. Don't make now another partner a content creator. Okay. I feel, and not just that, because I feel like it makes it more difficult. It makes it more difficult, especially seeing as how it's still a lot lingering from that marriage. That it's just no, it's too much. It's too much. Like if you decide to move on, which I hope and pray, he just takes some time out for himself, y'all. And this is not to fault him for anything, but I hope and pray that he just takes some time out for himself and, focus on himself, his healing, and his daughters and his grandbaby just for a little while, because you'll be surprised the things you get to know about yourself and what you want out of life and out of a partner when you sit with yourself. When you can sit with yourself and you focus on your own peace. Listen, a good partner. can only add to that good piece you already established. Don't let your piece be dependent upon somebody else, because then it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem when that piece disappear. If you can have peace with or without the person or your partner, baby, you Gucci, you Gucci. But he needs not to make now another female a content creator. Let's stop doing that. And the reason why I say that is because when you do that, it splits your supporters. We gotta time out for that. Stop doing that. If you dealing with a female, let them grow their own legs. Let them make their own way. Now, you can have them, like, give them a little camera appearance every blue moon here and there, child. But as far as just bringing them into because you already seen what happened. And y'all, do not take this as me throwing subs at a mirror or saying, she had some type of ill intent. I'm just speaking in general, period, based on my overall assessment from everything I've seen since the beginning of the saga, the patterns, everything. I hope, I wish and pray that moving forward, if RH, whether him and Amira get back together fully or, they part ways, I hope and pray that if he does decide to move forward with somebody else, find you somebody that's already established and they already have a career, or even if they don't have a career, don't bring them into your world, because it only causes issues. Because once you bring them into your world, which is very, very public, when something happens, and sometimes people will share certain things, but the things that are the most important to be shared that people should know, they end up keeping it, on ice. So it kind of makes it difficult to judge a situation properly. We don't know everything, right? We know some stuff, but we don't know everything. So it makes it even harder to judge a situation properly. And when you introduce people to your supporters and they end up not knowing the whole story, it can cause a lot of backlash for you. So it's time out for that, bro. Listen, we tired, okay? Don't do it no more. Okay. Listen, sister to brother, don't do it no more. Let them grow their own legs. And I feel like if a woman genuinely cares about him, they won't even care. They won't care if he, whether he decides to bring them to the internet or not, because they not there for that in the first place, right? So it just makes it too difficult. And that's the first thing I heard on their video, and we finna get into that a little bit, y'all. That was one of the first things I heard on the video was the backlash, right? The negative comments and this and that. And that comes from what I said in the beginning of this live. Allowing your transparency to become a weapon in the wrong hands. We gotta stop doing that. We can't keep making that same mistake. When you see, even though some people might look to the internet as some sort of venting session, or I don't know, child. I don't see it. I could never see the internet as a peaceful place to vent my problems or to express things, because people don't have your best interests at heart. Find a best friend or a therapist, or a sister, a cousin, or auntie, somebody you can trust, because you're not gonna get what you really want on the internet. It's too many eyes and ears that don't have your best interest at heart. So if you see you getting a lot of negativity on the internet and you see it's affecting you, don't keep making the same mistake. Don't keep bringing it to the internet. Don't keep doing that to yourself, because at that point you're only hurting yourself, for real, for real. If you keep bringing your business to the internet and you see you not getting the response that you genuinely want, why keep bringing it? I never understood, how certain influencers move to that magnitude, y'all. I just don't understand. Um, let me see. Let me go up in the comments. Hey Nola. Um, You say, yeah, he have breakups, but that girl gets a bruise in relationships. The kids experience a bruise, then add more kids to the situation, yet they're still dragging the truth out. That's something I would never understand either. Like, you know, they him having a breakup is not the end of the world. This is my thing, y'all, and this is another reason why I don't feed in it into it too much, because if it's not concerning a Bruce, like, everybody break up unless it's something involving hands and feet being put on somebody and they bring it to the internet, or kids is involved, hands and feet being put on kids. That's like my biggest concern. But if it's just like a regular breakup because y'all couldn't see eye to eye, or something came about and whatever, and y'all had to break up, or I feel like that's very minor, right? That's very minor, but it makes it big because if you, like I said, if you bring certain things to the internet and then the supporters become emotionally invested, and not just that, RH supporters want to see the best for him. Everybody see what he been through, right? Everybody seen and witnessed what he been through. So when you bring a female to the internet and everybody is seeing this loving, nurturing, peaceful relationship, a random breakup is gonna be foreign as hell. Like, people gonna be like, what's going on? We thought she was the one, or we thought it was Gucci, everything was good, everything moving forward. But like I said, y'all, them blind spots, right? People only show so much on the internet, and that go for all influencers and content creators. You might think they telling it all, but only so much will be shown. Only so much will be shown. You don't know what somebody is going through, experiencing, or doing behind the scenes. Let me just say that. Unless you got receipts, because they might say, well, yeah, I wasn't in the house with Bree, but we didn't have to be, because she was oversharing and providing the receipts. They all came from her. We didn't have to do too much digging. So that situation is a little bit different. Little bit different, child, when you're handed everything, like on a platter. Damn near. Let me see. Thank you, Janae, for the jewels, my love. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Let me go down. Um, hey, Snooky. Thank you, Janae, for the firework. Thank you for the jewels. Let me see. Scorpio say, you break up with me, I'm doing me. Okay, listen. You ain't no, especially if we ain't married. Like, if we ain't married and we break up, I wish I would let you put a leash on me. Child, bye. It ain't never given that. It ain't never, because one thing about it, and two things for certain, people gonna do what they want to do, baby. People gonna do what they want to do. Some of them gonna do it in a relationship. So you just gotta be real smart, real careful with your peace. But no, we not doing that, y'all. Because, and here's the thing, because I see a lot of people like, um kind of feeling like discomfort when it comes to RH working with females or whatever, right? But that's what I'm talking about when I say the holes, the gaps, because you don't know. We don't know, y'all. We don't know the extent of that situation between him and Amira. We don't know what they agreed upon. We don't know how long the breakup, was, or how long they had been broken up, or what type of talks they had. We don't know that unless they decide to share it. But I don't fault nobody for feeling the way they feel, because like I said, sometimes when you overshare, people become emotionally invested. It's human nature for people to feel a certain way, and RH has a lot of true, genuine supporters that really want to see the best for him, want to see him happy because of what he been through. So it's expected, even the ones that get on his ass. A lot of people think because you might, ooh, excuse me, y'all. Woo, that yawn came from out of nowhere, and I got a whole coffee. That's how you know I'm tired. A lot of people think because if you disagree with something, you looking at you, you a eyeball. You no, you supporting somebody is not always agreeing with everything they do. That's enabling. That's an enabler. That's an idolizer. No. Sometimes the best support a person can give is getting on your ass so you don't make the same mistake. Because a lot of times the mistakes can come with grave consequences. And we need those people who gonna tell us to tighten the hell up. Tighten your shit up. You slipping. You slipping. Everybody don't have that, especially nowadays. Child, you got too many enablers and not enough people that's genuine that's gonna tell you tighten your shit up. What is you doing? Hey, Auntie Pima, I didn't even see you. I'm gonna live behind in the comments tonight. That's because I'm trying to read, some. Okay. Shout out to Auntie Pima. Thank you, Janae. Hey, sister teacher, my love. You say I think that's why they had a mirror on the date with that dude. Like she did it as well, but that man seemed like he played for the same. Whoa, wait, I didn't see that. Y'all, I told y'all gonna have to fill me in too, okay? Until I can kind of catch up because I ain't seen nothing about no date, but that's what I be talking about. Like, what's understood, it just depends on what type of agreement they have or what they got going on behind the scenes. If I see two grown people break up and then two grown people right back in each other's presence talking about, hey, best friend, hey, best friend, hey, I'm like, okay, well, they got some type of understanding. They got some type of agreement going on that, everything ain't for the internet, but two grown people. If y'all get my drift. Thank you, discussion board. We missed you. Where you been? Look like I missed y'all too. Listen, I just been lifing, okay, with these cheering. I'm tired, y'all. Like I said, I'm trying to get readjusted to this school set schedule. Getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning is not for pop. I got insomnia so bad, but I'm working on it. Okay. I'm working on getting back adjusted because, child, I'm not a morning person at all. I am not a morning person. So lately, I've been finding myself working, running, ripping and running, working, king eye football between my oldest son, getting him settled in college, and then my middle son with his uh extracurricular activities, and then y'all niece Ham. I gotta sign her back up for cheerleading. Listen, being a mother is a full-time job. Okay? But I wouldn't trade it because I love my babies. I love my babies. Hey, Miss Do Right. I forgot what I was gonna say. Just blame it on the sleep, y'all. Blame it on the sleep. Your girl is tired. Your sister's tired. Well, the truth is all content. We should know that by now. I think you know what. For the most part it is, but I think it's a mixture. I think it's a mixture, and I think at this point, but he did. Let me backtrack because I was about to say I think it should be explained a little better, but he did say if you don't hear it from him, don't validate. So he did say that a little while ago, a couple months back when that other situation happened. He did say if it don't come from him, don't validate it. So never mind. I was finna say maybe he need to, do a little better with that. But at the end of the day, like I said, y'all, I try not to focus so much on that because people have breakups all the time. My main focus is if it's a abusive situation, if it's involving kids being that's more so like, okay, now I can judge you a little different. But if you just having a little 1-2 breakup because y'all had a disagreement or something happened with you that don't involve him or something happened with him that don't, that's to me real petty. That's real petty, and I can't really judge a person's character off of that because in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I personally feel like RH shouldn't be settling down with nobody right now. And this is just my opinion. Because even though it has been what, almost 4 years, October make 4 years, the extent of what he been through to the point where it's still lingering and he's still receiving the backlash from it, I I wouldn't be healed. And that's me. I know I wouldn't be healed, especially seeing as how his livelihood is surrounded by the backlash, right? He still has to see everything every day because he works on the internet. So, but men heal differently. I gotta say that also. Women, it takes us longer to heal. Men, they don't take men as long to heal. Now, as far as trust, then that's a little different, because a man can heal and then not trust your ass. But I personally feel like he should just focus on himself for a while. If you gonna date, but keep it away from the internet. Do your content, keep your personal life away from the internet. And that's how you keep a lot of unwanted judgment and opinions down by keeping, some things you got to keep sacred. You got to keep sacred just between you and that person, at least until it's solidified. And if you choose moving forward, once it's really, really solidified and God then sent you your person, if you choose to bring it to the internet, that's different, because the internet can make or break you, and make or break a couple. If you ain't strong enough, if you allow the opinions of others to cloud your judgment about your partner and who you lay beside, you in trouble. You in trouble, because imagine you sleeping with me every night, right? But somebody, a complete stranger on the internet, can tell you something about me and you come question me. I can't do it. I can't do it, because what are we doing here? You don't know if that person is even honest. You don't know if they got your best interest at heart. You don't know them from Adam and Eve. So if you dealing with that type of person and they question every single thing you do based off of opinions on the internet, baby, that's gonna be a hard life. That's gonna be a hard life. But like I said, you gotta be real strong, because the internet will make or break a relationship if it's that public and open. It will. Let me see. Thank you, Auntie Primo. Thank you for the firework. Not fire. Yeah, firework, my love. I appreciate you. Thank you, Janae, for the jewels. Thank you, Miss Durana, for the firework. Thank y'all for the support. I love y'all down. I would definitely feel uncomfortable about how he is moving, my honest opinion. And you are entitled to that, Miss Linda. And here's the thing. But that's why I said I would feel uncomfortable with it too. But guess what? That's not my relationship. So I don't feel uncomfortable. That's what makes the difference for me. I don't feel uncomfortable because I'm not with that man. But I could see, and that's why I say I don't have a problem with nobody saying how they feel, because we women at the end of the day, I don't know no woman that would, be, well, some are strong enough to handle they man working with other women or whatever. But we also don't know the extent of if they still even in a relationship when it happened, right? We don't know that. We don't know that, y'all. So hey, it is what it is. If she like it, I love it. If you child listen, I don't know what to say at this point. Okay, I'm gonna just shut up. I'm gonna just shut up because I don't even know, y'all. I told you I gotta catch up. I ain't seen half the stuff that did happen in probably in the past couple weeks. So I got a lot to catching up on. Thank you, Miss Valerie. Thank you for the jewels, my love. Let me go down. 8 more to your gold pop. Thank you, Janae. Hey, honeybee. Um, let's see. You say I was thinking at first maybe they are pretending to break up. I'm sorry, just finished with the custody case. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. You never know. You never know. Nothing surprises me in this saga no more. I'm gonna be completely honest, y'all. Don't nothing surprise me. Um, Thank you, Miss Valerie. You said I think they both got hidden issues they need to deal with, and I really think they cute together, but not a good match. I can agree with that. I can agree with that, y'all. because I do feel like um both of them do. And let me tell y'all something. Based off of Amira's live stream she been doing, it's a lot of issues there. Body language don't lie. Emotions don't lie. You can tell. And I personally don't think it's stemming from her situation with RH. This is some other stuff going on. Okay? Y'all, I'm real good at reading people. And I'm not saying that to make her out to be a bad person. Okay? I'm just saying that based on her body language, her emotions, she got a lot on her mind. She got a lot on her mind, and I don't think it's from that relationship. I really don't. I think it's deeper rooted issues. And that don't make her a bad person, that make her human. But it's some issues there. It's some issue. And that's not to say RH don't have none either, because I still don't feel like RH is fully healed. I think he should be single too. I think he should be single for a while, focus just on himself and his kids until he's 100% ready. Because he got a lot going on. He got a lot going on. So, let's see. Lovely Lynn say that's not true. I'm baggage free. Okay. Listen. Let them know, Lynn girl. I am weak. Let's see. Do y'all think these ladies haven't seen Robert on social media? That's why they after him. What ladies, Mr. Wanda? You say, do y'all think ladies haven't seen Robert on social media? That's why they after him. Are you speaking like ladies in general, or the ladies that he dealt with? Let me know. Give me a little context. Let's go down. Boss Mama Tina say Amira and Bree had lots of baggage too at their ages, arrest slash court cases slash cheering. Okay, listen. Ain't no saints in the situation. We just gonna say that. And I'm talking about the saga completely. Okay? It ain't no saints, baby. Ain't no saints in the situation. So that the reason why I say that is because, and that's why I'm not casting stones on them. I'm judging it from a mutual, you need a heal and you need a heal, because it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. The eyes don't lie, baby. The body language and the eyes don't lie. Okay? It tells a tale. And sometimes people tend to judge a person and what they got going on based on the person sitting next to them. And it's not always that. Just because you see a person's emotions not up to par and they got somebody sitting next to them does not mean that the person sitting next to them is the root. We got to stop judging the situation like that, because you never know what's going on with a person, especially. And first of all, if you see my emotions not up to par and I got somebody sitting next to me, 9 times out of 10, that person ain't the problem because they sit next to me. The problem is already gone. Okay. The problem is already gone. Y'all know they real good at blaming RH for every goddamn thing, child. We ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Do he have issues? Yeah, he's a man. Most men have issues. Is he a bad person? No, he can't be. Not the way these women be clinging on and not wanting to let go, and it gets so bad they be ready to destroy him before they let him go freely and peacefully. You know it gotta be something good behind the scenes. And I ain't just talking about SEX. Because anytime a woman is willing to destroy you and destroy herself in the process, oh baby, you got something going on. Okay? You got something going on, child. So listen, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But eventually it's gonna unfold. One thing about it, two things for sure, it always unfolds on the internet. It always unfolds. And let me ask y'all this. With the situations we done seen, right? And we done seen a couple, child. How many times have we seen something happen and misjudge our age? or cast stones on RH, painting him to be the bad person. And then a little bit down the line, we find out it was something completely different. Keep that in mind. And I be thinking about that too, y'all. I be thinking about that's why I'm slower to cast stones now because of my experience in the saga and the things that I've seen. One thing about it is anything hidden eventually unfolds in the saga. Like it eventually unfolds. Let's see. You say I think Amira just knew after a while that RH is not the guy for her right now. That's what I got from her lives. You know what, sister teacher? The timing, right? The way it happened right after or right before her arrest. So I look at timing too. Okay, y'all know one thing about Pac. She pay attention. I pay attention. I analyze everything. So timing is everything to me. Engagement, arrest, breakup. Engagement, arrest, breakup. So I child listen. And that ain't me judging, casting stones, being shady or anything like that. I'm just stating the obvious and the facts of how it happened in that order in my Mama D voice. Okay? Listen, now if they care to share anymore, we're here to listen. But I advise them to not. Don't share. Let me see. Relationships when they end good, bad, or indifferent, take time to heal from it. It took me a long time to get in touch with that reality. Exactly. I agree, Miss Linda. I agree. You got to. You got to. You got it. Like you have to. In any breakup, whether it's toxic or not, a breakup is a breakup. A breakup ain't a good thing unless it's very rare for a breakup to be like a mutual. Well, I ain't gonna say it's very rare. We just so used to toxicity and bad breakups that it kind of drowns out ones where people are mutually mature and able to just part ways and not have to destroy the other person. That is not uncommon. It's not uncommon. It's just drowned. It's drowned out by the toxicity with other people just wanting to destroy the other person, child. All right, let's see. It's time out, Nola. Like y'all know one thing about me, I'm gonna keep it 100, okay? I'm gonna keep it a stack because I don't like to see people making the same mistakes over and over. It at one thing I value, and I tell y'all this all the time, my elders, like the older people in my family, because I feel like they paved the way. They paved the way and they give you the jewels so that you don't make the mistakes they made. So if you got a person that's 100 with you, whether it might be a little harsh sometimes, but if it's in good faith and they want the best for you, take heed. Take heed, because they could be saving you from years of heartache, heartbreak, trouble, trauma, therapy. Take heed. People don't want to listen nowadays and take heed to criticism. And there's nothing wrong with it. If a person listen, and you can differentiate between somebody just outright judging you out of malice and somebody just being constructive. It's not hard because guess what? They not disrespecting you. Constructive criticism don't come with disrespect. But you got people that's dumb and don't know the difference. They don't know the difference or the definition. So everybody can't be helped and saved, child. Let me see. All right, let's go. Hey, CSBSN. I am Nola. But listen, I'm gonna catch up fast. You got to know. You got to know how Pac do. Okay. By the time we had that members live, I'd be having got all the tea. I've been got all the tea, y'all. Don't worry. Don't worry, be happy. Let me see. Thank you, Miss Tanya, for the jewels, my love. All right. Thank you, Miss Maddie. I'm trying to get to the bottom of the comments. Thank you, Miss Maddie, again. You said Amira said that was her friend. She also suggested setting him up with the ladies that wanted to see his face. Oh, you talking about when they said when she went on a date? Oh, okay. And I mean, hey, it ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, if y'all not together, you can date. Like, since when we put leashes on people that's single? You know what I'm saying? They might be single. Well, we about to find out, child. We're gonna watch their little video. Thank you, Miss Maddie. Let me see. Hey, Yumika. Hey, Miss Jackie. Um, let's see. Hold on. Okay, I was trying to get to the bottom, y'all. All right, let me pull up that video so we can talk about just a little bit of it. Just a little bit, not too much. Not too much, y'all. Because I don't want to go over 2 hours, but I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit. Cause yeah, I ain't been here in a little hot minute, y'all, and I missed y'all. And we needed to have our little auntie talk. We're gonna get down to the real bits when I come back live. All right, let's see what they talking about. Let's see. Can y'all see it? Yeah. I wanted to make sure it was the screen. All right, let's see.
I'm not being silly, but sometimes you have to say it in sync sometimes. We were together. Yeah, I know I gotta be me.
Hold on, what's
Just
another one?
the other day.
No, there's another song. I'm
taking life for granted, passing time away. I was there for you.
Give me a song that I know the words
You
to.
probably
That's
don't know
similar.
this one. I don't know. I can't think of nothing like this similar to that. That's one.
A good breakup song. What's another one?
A good breakup song. Y'all name a good breakup song, man.
You name
We
a
broke
good
up.
one.
I don't know good breakup songs though, like because the one that I do know that's one of my favorites is something that I'm not gonna sing because that would definitely be a lie.
Hold on. Let me say it in my ear first.
Okay. Based on just me analyzing that little part, they need some time apart. They need some time apart because if y'all y'all broke up, right? They broke up according to them. And it's nothing wrong with being friends, but it's kind of like unnatural to be going through a breakup and in that energy. But you also have people who establish the foundation as friendship first, which they did. So that kind of adds a little, little extra oomph on it, right? Which would allow them to be friends after a breakup if nothing bad happens to the point where one is mad at the other, right? But I could see hurt in both of their eyes. It's pain there. It's pain. So, and this is why I say don't allow the internet to weaponize your transparency and vulnerability. And I'm talking to a mirror right now. I'm not talking to RH because RH is a master content creator. One thing about it, two things for sure. That man is a genius when it comes to the internet. Okay? Yeah. He know what he be doing. But Amira cannot hide her pain. And I think it's because of the type of person that she is regardless, right? So stop oversharing. Amira, if you listening, I get it. I get it wanting to vent and venting a certain type of way. But if you already see the damage of oversharing and being too transparent, too vulnerable with strangers, and if you can't handle it mentally, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. We don't need to know everything. We don't need to know everything, baby. Okay? We really don't. We don't need to know everything. But I could see the pain in both of their eyes. Look at their eyes, y'all. You can literally see their body language is given like we uncomfortable, but we can still be in each other's presence. We hurting, but we can still be around each other. And sometimes that's not healthy either, especially when you even if you do establish friendship as the foundation first, once you transition from friendship to lovers and they got engaged, that's a different ball game. That's a totally different ball game. Now, I can also see that it's it's not nothing deep. Whatever they broke up behind, I could also tell that it's not nothing that was detrimental to the because listen, if it was something that was really, really detrimental to each both or one or the other, they wouldn't be able to be around each other. I don't care how much they mask it, they wouldn't because it's human nature. Regardless of how you try to mask something, one thing about it, your body language gonna tell the story well before your mouth do. So you can tell that they care about each other deeply. You can tell, but they're both hurt, and you can see it in their face. And I think that they both need some time apart, and then rebuild the friendship. If y'all not getting back into a relationship, take some time apart, focus on yourselves, focus on y'all healing. Because guess what? I never even seen them develop any type of trauma together. They didn't develop trauma together like RH and Bree did. Okay? No trauma was developed together. Their trauma is separate. RH got his own trauma. She got her own trauma. So it's their situation is completely different, but they can definitely heal separately and then rebuild that friendship foundation later on. But trying to be around each other now, it's gonna make it toxic. It's gonna make it bad. I can foresee it now. If they are not planning on being in a relationship, being around each other after a breakup is going to make their situation toxic because she not going to be able to handle him being around other women. And I'm not talking about content because it looked like she's okay with him doing. I'm talking about, in another way. And he ain't going to be able to handle it either because it's going to be too much tension there, especially if they still plucking. Okay. I don't know if they are. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it 100, keeping it a stack. Hey, Nay. Hey, my love. From a man's point of view, RH played the young lady. I can't say that, Ren, because we don't know everything. Amira is a grown woman. Amira is a grown woman, and I think if he played her, I don't think she would be around him. I really don't. Like, I really don't think she would be around. And I don't think that their breakup has anything to do with him being around other women, y'all. He been around other women. They broke up right after she went to jail. Like, it was on the internet. So I really don't think that them breaking up is stemming from him playing her or him being around other women or whatever. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's some other stuff going on that they don't have to share. But knowledge hungry say RH is still tearing them draws up. They probably is talking. Y'all know. Listen, we women at the end of the day. Yeah, if you still being around somebody you just broke up with, baby, y'all still smashing. Okay. I didn't want to say it, but knowledge said it for me. But you can tell it's a lot of sexual tension going on. And that's not good either. That's not good because if y'all not gonna be together, that also adds to the trauma bill. It adds to that trauma bill because it's like, okay, we done broke up, but we still smashing. But we not gonna be together, but we still smashing. Like you can't do that. You can do it, you grown, but it's gonna hurt you in the long run. It's gonna hurt you in the long run. But this is not the result of a man cheating on a woman and they break up. This ain't that, y'all. This is not that. This is something different. I'm telling y'all. I know what I be talking about. This is not for y'all. If RH cheated on a mirror, y'all really think she would be on his shoulder like that? Like let's keep it above. She ain't no dummy. She ain't no dummy at all. This is not she wouldn't be able to hide that either. A woman's scorn, you can't hide that. This ain't the result of him being a cheater. This is something completely different. I think whatever happened, it was mutually agreed upon. It was mutual, and I'm getting that from their body language. All right, let's play a little bit. Let me see.
And let me see.
No, I'll sing it loud just because.
No, stay in my ear first, and I'll tell you if you can sing it loud.
Uncle Sam.
Man, I heard me sing it before. It's one of my favorites.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Because
hold on, y'all. I'm gonna try to find it where they, straight into the conversation.
How do we?
That's what I was saying to you. You channeling me. You channeling me. I was like, man.
Could have been anybody. Hold on, okay. Early one morning. You don't know it? See, she's young, man.
That's one of my favorite
I gotta go
songs.
sing some Marcus Houston.
Look at the words. You ready to go? Hit, look, y'all. All right. This man said, all right, we out.
Because I gotta go. Like, I got a booking I gotta go to. So.
Somebody said I should have cheated.
I shouldn't cheat. Shit, that'd be both of us if that's the case. Neither one of us cheated.
That'd be both.
Oh, well, listen.
Nah, I don't think that. I don't believe it.
He didn't answer the question. We was just talking about that, y'all. And like I told y'all, I didn't see this video. I'm watching it for the first time with y'all. I started it from the beginning, right before I got on live, but I didn't watch the video. Okay? So he pretty much answered the question about the cheating. All right, let's keep going.
Now, I feel like when two people are together, they shouldn't cheat. So.
All right.
Every time I see you, I get a bad vibe.
Oh, wait, I don't know if that's the purpose.
Just thinking with
someone else in between.
All right, let me keep going. Hold on. Because I'm going to start singing with him.
Me wrong.
You did. Take up. That's a good one.
She still likes me. I still like her.
Hold on.
You ran out of my life, but now I'm so through with you.
Even though it looks like it.
Take up. That's a good one.
She still likes me. I still like her.
They said I'm an even bigger fool. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about.
They say a lot. They say a lot. That's the problem. Y'all say a lot. That be false. How does that affect you, though? Which one? Who? Somebody sleeping in my bed.
That's not what I'm about to say.
No, they singing it. Somebody said someone sleeping in my bed. You know what they talking about, my song that I sing all the time. Ain't nobody sleeping in nobody's bed, though.
What type of trauma?
That's not the typical breakup that people. Ain't no trauma bond.
You think we got trauma bonds? I'm curious. Let me think. I'd have to evaluate if there's something that we resonate on traumatic. So, I've never lost a parent, right?
Right. So far, your traumas are definitely different from mine.
I think they are, but I'm gonna sit on that because I'm curious if there is possibly some type of something.
I lost both of my parents. I lost my grandma. Like I lost my mom.
That doesn't mean that that's the only type of trauma bond there is. No,
y'all, listen, I'm good, okay? I am good. I literally just was talking about that. And I swear I never watched this video, y'all. This is my first time watching it with y'all. For them to bring up the trauma bond is crazy. I literally just told y'all, if you break up with somebody and they don't share traumas, right? Their traumas are separate. They didn't accumulate a trauma bond in their relationship. Both of them had their issues before they got together, right? So, but if you start planning that toxicity, knowing it's not healthy or whatever, eventually you can lead to a trauma bond. Eventually, and I feel like that it could happen with their situation if they don't separate and heal. Because going from friendship to full blown relationship to engagement, then back to friendship, that's not healthy. That and I'm not saying it's not possible, but feelings, friendships and relationships are completely different. It's good for establishing a friendship foundation first. That is a good thing. But this ain't going to be healthy if, because it's hurt there on both ends. You can see it. You can see the hurt on both ends. So I think that they should take some time apart if they listening, right? If they open to, my professional, unprofessional advice. Take a little time apart, y'all, and work on yourselves. Find your own peace. Spend time with y'all kids, family, kids, whatever, whoever make you happy. Love on your loved ones, who you love and the ones that love you. Establish your peace without a partner. And then if y'all decide to rebuild y'all relationship or get back together later on, guess what? It's gonna be even stronger. And shout out to Sapphire. Keep it off the internet. At least y'all most personal moments. At least the most breakups do not belong on the internet when you are in the process of healing from it. When you get to the testimony phase, when you could talk about a breakup without breaking down crying, that means you have healed from it, right? But if you are still in the midst of that hurt, you basically make yourself vulnerable to cruelty from the internet. No, we got to stop doing that. We got to stop putting ourselves in positions to be hurt. Everybody is not on the same level of genuity, the same level of morality, the same level of integrity. Everybody's not on that same level, not even maturity. Everybody's not going to look at somebody hurting and see just the pain. Some people going to look at all the context. Some people is going to look at all the context and want to know who did the hurt. Did you do it? Did they do it? And you're going to have some that's going to just look at the hurt and sympathize. But everybody ain't the same. Everybody ain't going to give you the same reaction. And if you're not strong enough to handle it, you got to back away a little bit. You guys to. I could see them two being y'all. They real life do have a good bond. I see it. I can see it, but I still feel like they need to take some time apart to focus on themselves, their mental, to heal, spend time with their kids, and to establish their peace outside of each other. They really need to do that, because when you still in the midst of the hurt and it's like you forcing it, it's not going to turn out good, because they both human at the end of the day. It's not going to turn out good. Gotta allow each other to breathe a little bit. All right, let's keep going.
I just was bringing that up because I know you're one of your biggest traumas.
Right.
For me, I don't think my whatever traumas I have, you've experienced.
Nah, it's definitely, so far it's like, I was just wanting to break that down to him though. Like, I lost my mom, my dad, my grandmother, my grandpa. These are all the people that had a hand in actually raising me and giving me guidance. And it's a blessing. She still has her mom, dad, grandma. You got your grandpa?
No, my grandfather on my mom's side died.
So like those are really huge losses. Like experienced a lot of losses.
Oh, I think the one on my dad's side died too. I never knew him, but I think he's done too. Dang, done. I think he's passed. Don't know him.
Sorry to hear that too.
I don't know.
Nah, I mean, I just know
that.
what loss, but I just know how loss feels. So I've experienced loss my entire life. So it's definitely it's traumatic. Like it makes you tougher though. I will say that. Like it does make your emotions a little different. Some people think that I don't have emotions because of that, but I do. It's just I've experienced so much.
I think being by the water cleared a lot for you. I don't think I've ever heard you speak so deeply about life, about.
Well, the thing is, too, for one, when it comes, I'm glad RH said that, and I hope we got some men in the chat or in the bushes, right? Because when it comes to men, for one, men are not emotional creatures. That's one. And then when it comes to RH, it's even more so different because his mama died when he was 5. Expressing your emotions it is a learned behavior. At least expressing them properly. That's a learned behavior. Our parents are the ones who teach us how to adapt and exist in environments throughout our upbringing. Telling men it's okay to cry as boys. It's okay to express your emotions. If you sad, it's okay to cry. You don't have to bottle it in. He didn't experience that. His mama wasn't there. He didn't experience that. So I give him a little leeway also from that as well. Because some people look at it and be like, oh, he heartless or he don't show no emotion. Or you got to also look at their a person's environment, how they was brought up. Like, and I consider that also with my dad. And, our history, God rest his soul, he passed away in December. It was a lot of trauma there with me and my siblings and, him or whatever. But we looked at his upbringing, right? Because the upbringings back in the day is not the same as the upbringings now. Back in the day, it was completely different. They didn't express their emotions the way we do now, the way we teach our kids now. They didn't do that. Child, you used to get your ass whipped for crying back in the day. Oh, you crying? Pop, pop, pop. Listen, I'm laughing, but it ain't funny. But they'll tear you up for crying. They'll beat your ass. And then when you cry, they beat your ass some more for crying. That is the most traumatic shit ever, y'all. I know a lot of y'all know, okay? But it's different. It's completely different. So, and that's a good topic. RH need to speak on that. If you listen, RH, if you watch this live, just so happen to watch my live stream, that is a good topic to speak on. The trauma and the experiences and not being able to express yourself emotionally the way you want to because you wasn't taught how to express yourself in a certain way, right? He wasn't taught how to adapt to certain emotions. Let me keep going. I want to play a little bit more before we get off here, y'all.
Feelings and depth. So I do think you need more nature. I think you do need to connect with Mother Earth more.
I do. That's where I come from. I'm a country boy. I was raised around it. And it's like, obviously, being in the city, it kind of took me away from it. I'm more outside. I'm more work. And today I got to actually escape from work. That might be the longest I've escaped from work. Think about it. Like, I ain't have my phone doing nothing too much.
No, you weren't. Yeah. I think
but
no, it was super peaceful. Super peaceful. Amazing. Definitely needed that. And I'm glad that we got to experience that together. For sure.
Me too.
Anyways, though, so you can just.
Somebody said she's just playing. What's she playing about?
This is not helping your hurt the way you were yesterday. I didn't come on went live yesterday. You saw me hurt maybe 2 days ago. Again, I only been out for
But
what,
I
6
mean,
days
but
now?
we have to allow people that space though, if that is the case.
And
Like,
I am hurting.
we miss each other though.
That's
A
all
breakup
right.
don't mean you don't miss each other.
Well,
And that's
I disagree. I disagree. And let me say this. Hold on, Bug. I disagree because see, this is why that comment, whoever made that comment in the chat, right? Amira and RH, if y'all listening or if y'all just so happen to watch my live, that comment right there is a prime example why I can't express this enough. Do not allow the internet to turn your transparency and your vulnerability into a weapon to use against you. Amira coming on live crying about her and RH's situation, doing live streams, expressing her pain. And I'm not saying she's not entitled to that, but it's only hurting her because now she has to deal with the backlash of it. Hurt around the people that love you. Hurt around the people that want to see the best for you, not around strangers who's going to use it against you. That's not good. And RH know he don't agree with that either. And then I'm saying that because of what he been through. That's not fair. That's not fair. Especially if, child, God forbid, the actual reason for the breakup listen, I don't even know at this point, but that's not good. Being too vulnerable on the internet is not a good thing. It's not. The internet will make or break you. And if you are an overly emotional person, if you cannot handle the opinions of others, every opinion is not going to be favorable. It's not. You're going to get more negative than positive. I don't care how positive of a person you are. You're going to always get more negative than positive on the internet because people thrive in negativity. The internet is drama. The internet is drama, and that's a fact. Statistically proven. Like, yes, he still loves Bree. That's his baby mama. Is she that child? Ren, I don't know where you child. Y'all, don't block Ren. Let Ren stay. Ren is harmless, okay? But that love, I don't know. Ren, are you a man or a woman? Let me know if you're a man or a female. Let me know in the chat. Hold on, y'all. Right, let me see what my baby wants. Said he's a man at Ren. Okay, if he's a man, that makes it even worse. Because if you a man and you think that this man, after what he been through with his ex, still in love with her, I want to know something. I don't know no man that will be violated, degraded to the magnitude that he was. This was not a behind the scenes personal violation. This was in front of the world violation. That baby love don't live that no more. I wouldn't be surprised if it ain't hate there. And I'm saying that because of giving my personal opinion and me growing up around dudes, and I have a lot of boy cousins. Just knowing how men move, it ain't no love there. See, a lot of people come into the saga and they come in late. He left her. A lot of people still thinking she left him. He divorced her. The receipts are there. There's a receipt where he's calling about his child, a audio, and she's telling him, if you ain't calling me to work it out, don't call me no more. If he wanted his ex, he could have still had her. He chose to walk away. That man sacrificed his livelihood to walk away from that marriage. That's not somebody that still loves her. He'd have to be the biggest fool in the world to love the person that was supposed to be his equally yoked partner, because that was a marriage. That wasn't just a regular relationship. RH is a smart man. He ain't no dummy. He would be the biggest damn fool in the world to still be in love with somebody who betrayed him to the highest magnitude. The worst betrayal don't come from an enemy. It comes from the one you thought would never do it to you. Ain't no love in betrayal of that magnitude. That's not possible. Ain't no love there. Do he want to see something bad happen to her? No, because of Momo. And you could tell by how he moved. He don't have the same heart as her. Hence why he'll tell his sibling, think about Momo. You could tell by the way RH moved that he moves to put the best interest of the child first. Even with everything he's been through, he'll still tell Dawn, shout out to Dawn. I love me some Dawn. He'll still tell Dawn, please, sis, be careful. Don't say that. Or don't do that. Don't speak on her, because Momo might see that. See, people confuse a person being nice with love. That's not the same thing. A person being smart, knowing they got to deal with a person for 18, not 18, how old is Momo? 7. Knowing they got to deal with a person for 13 plus years, because if she go to child, listen, I personally think when you have a child with somebody, you stuck with them for life, because y'all gonna share grandkids eventually. But that's not love. Like, y'all gotta pay attention. The ones that's not, you could tell who ain't been in the saga since the beginning. You could really tell. If you really think this man is still in love with his ex-wife after he left her, knowing it's cheaper to keep her, right? Knowing the money he would have still been making had he would have stayed in that marriage. And that's why I always say he sacrificed his livelihood for his peace. Because if he would have stayed in that marriage, he wouldn't be going through none of what he's going through now. They wouldn't be dragging him or have dragged him for years. Look at Janelle. Janelle is the real culprit, and he get complete silence. He get to live his happy-go-lucky life without a peep. The one who walked away, who ended it, is the one, the only one that's paying child support is the one that gets the most smoke. How, Sway? Like, so I'm not scared to call out wrongdoing. I've been watching the saga from. What's the wrongdoing, Ren? Give me before I get off of here, Ren, give me a wrongdoing from both sides. When I say both sides, give me a wrongdoing from RH and give me a wrongdoing from Bree. Let's talk about that real quick. Let me know. Give me a wrongdoing from RH and give me a wrongdoing from Bree real quick before I wrap this up, baby. Hold on, y'all. Um, did Ren comment? Let's see. The one they love is the one they hate the most. She didn't love Janelle. Janelle was a placeholder. Ren, of course, you watched from the beginning. You're a part of it. Wait, let me see. And she got begged him to be with him. Well, you've been watching the wrong. Okay, I'm waiting for Ren to give me a wrong from both sides because Ren said that he's not afraid to call out wrongdoing. So give me a wrong from each side real quick. We would love to hear from you because I'm getting tired. I'm sleepy, y'all. I'm gonna be back tomorrow though. We'll be back. We're gonna do a part 2. But I want to hear Ren before I get off of here. I like to get in the minds of the Bree supporters sometimes. I like to, bro was wrong also. That's oh my god. You see, this what I be talking about. I literally asked you to give me a wrong from both. And you said bro was wrong also. We need the context, baby. I need the context. Give me a wrong. You said you've been in the saga since the beginning. I said, give me a wrongdoing from RH and give me a wrongdoing from Bree. And you said, bro was wrong also. I'm so tired. I'm sleepy. Um, and I be wanting to talk to y'all sometimes. Cause y'all will be surprised. I actually have some supporters from over there. Okay, they be in the bushes, but they support. They like my commentary. Don't get it twisted. You got some that just despise me, baby. Okay, they can't take me. But then you got some that loves my commentary because I keep it respectful. I'm not calling nobody out their name. I'm not dragging nobody's looks. I don't do that over here. That's so childish to me. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not here for that. But then you get the ones that just want to be on your nerves, like that want to troll or throw you off. That be the ones that get blocked. When I feel like you playing on my top, that you get yourself blocked. I have no uh problem with anybody having a opposing position or opinion as long as you respect me. Because I don't know you in real life and you don't know me. To disrespect somebody just because you don't like what they saying on the internet, especially when it's respectful. That's what make it even worse. But respect. That's it. And respect my supporters. Because I block y'all ass too if y'all cussing my supporters out in the comments. So I don't play by them either. They don't play by me and I don't play by them. So we ain't gonna do that either. I, I'm waiting for y'all. I was waiting for Ren to answer y'all. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Ren said they both still love each other. They both still love each other out of all day wrong that they done to each other. Oh my God. That's some toxic shit, okay? And you know what, Ren? It's a difference between loving somebody and being in love with somebody. It's a big difference. That in love hit way harder than love. I could love a bum on the street and not be in love with them. When you in love with somebody, it hits harder. You can love your ex and not be in love with them. You can love your current and not be in love with them. And to be honest, I disagree. I don't think it's any love still there. I think it's toleration. Because if a 7-year-old baby wouldn't be in the midst, it wouldn't be a thought. We're going to just say that. It wouldn't be. Some men tolerate because of the child, and they don't have no choice. Or they take it to the courts. They take it to the courts. See, a lot of people confusing RH doing what's best for his child with him still loving her or trying to quote unquote control her. No. Cut that out of exterior. Cut that toxic drama off of there. That man is doing what's in the best interest of his child. And the minute people stop idolizing and enabling certain behaviors, they gonna see exactly what he's doing. It has nothing to do with him being quote unquote in love with her still, or no, it don't have nothing to do with that. Or trying to control her. When the reasons behind his actions are valid. This is not a man that's taking his baby mama to court just to quote unquote control her or to stop this, stop that. This is a man that's taking his baby mama to court because he has valid reasons. The fact that he hasn't seen his child since how long? Valid. The baby fell in first grade. Valid. Still being in pull-ups, allegedly. Valid. Like, we got to make it make sense. So that has nothing to do with him being in love with the baby mama, but everything to do with him wanting the best for his child and him feeling like he would be the better parent. He would be a bad parent if he didn't take the steps he's taken, especially seeing as how he knows way more than we on the internet know. He know way more about what goes on behind the scenes or when the cameras go off. I'm pretty sure it's still a whole lot that the internet don't know. But probably gonna find out because it's gonna be displayed in trial. Oh, it's gonna go down big time in trial, baby. Y'all got to know it's gonna be a trial. Okay? But yeah, I can't take Ren serious. I wanted to have a real conversation. Let me take them off of here. What I'm gonna do is, y'all, I'm gonna watch their video again. Well, finish it and try to clip the timestamp of when they get to the actual reason why they broke up. And then when we go live tomorrow, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it instead of having to go through the whole video. You say she hates RH for embarrassing her. She was plotting up the tree. I could see that. I think it's that on her end is definitely a thin line between love and hate. But when it comes to him, a man is completely different. Pride wise, emotion wise, mentally wise. Men are completely different from women in the way they react and the way they love. Women will take a man back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times with the biggest hurt, whether it's infidelity, whether it's abuse, whether it's disrespect. Women will tolerate the worst of the worst and still take a man back because the emotions are completely different. The mental is different. With a man, once you break a man's trust, and I can't even believe I gotta explain this because it's what's understood is already should already be, I mean, what's explained should already be understood. However it go, child. I don't know. I'm tired, but like we gotta make it make sense. We gotta make it make sense. When a woman loses a man's trust completely, I mean not completely, but one time, that's it. That's it. A man will never look at a woman the same once that woman has betrayed him. Totally different. Like when it comes to that, women and men and love completely different. Hence why a man could sleep with a woman after a breakup, right after a breakup, they can go sleep with another woman. And with a woman, I ain't talking about a hoe, I'm talking about a real woman, it's gonna take a while before they get a body to somebody else. Completely different. That's why I'm like, they talking about he's still in love. Are y'all okay? This is a whole man. This is a whole man that was betrayed to the highest power, not behind the scenes, on the internet. She cut him down on the internet. His livelihood, his manhood. Every chance she gets, she calling him ugly. And y'all think he love her? Poor child, listen. I am weak. Uh all right, hold on, y'all. Give me your device, Tupac. They just don't know you're the truth teller. Listen, I wanted to have a conversation with Ren. Ren, you disappointed me. Ren said they both tried to ruin each other on the internet. They should have kept that. That's not true, Ren. That's not true. You gonna have see we delve in receipts over here. You gonna have to show me where RH tried to ruin her on the internet. Show me where he talked under her clothes. Show me where he put out a new picture of her. Show me where he dropped anything prior to her dropping stuff. And even with the stuff he dropped, it was in response to the lies that she was telling on him. That's not him responding to clear his name, is not equivalent to him ruining her. We can't do that. That's not fair. That's not fair. He didn't do anything to the magnitude that she did. And that's why a lot of people was upset with him, because he didn't respond in a timely manner to where people thought he should have when she was trying to ruin him. He was sitting on receipts. That's not a person that's ruining somebody. When you gonna ruin somebody, you ain't gonna sit on the shat that can shut the shat down. Okay? You ain't finna sit on it. You gonna let it go. You gonna let it blow. That man was sitting on all the proof, the rebuttaling proof of what she was saying and doing on the internet, just out of trying to save them collectively because of their child. We can't do that. We can't try to strip one side that we support of accountability and try to make it like, or put, we're gonna judge him, but when it's time to judge her, we're gonna put them in the same category. We can't do that. That's not fair. We all know who started it on the internet, and we all know who did the ruining on the internet. Let's not continue to run with, oh, he was allegedly sending the blogger stuff or paying the bloggers, because that was never true. That was a rumor created because it was projection. You can't be broke and rich at the same time. You can't be broke with $67 in your account. And then on the other end, you got enough money to pay 11 bloggers. It don't go together. It don't work like that. It don't make sense. So we gotta stop doing that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. And that's not to strip him of um any accountability. That's not to say he's a perfect man, because he's not. That's not to say he didn't do wrong in his marriage, because everybody does something wrong in a marriage or relationship. But what he was accused of, now that's different. It was never about him being a perfect man or husband. It was about the deception due to being scorned. The things that were put out on the internet, the disgusting things that were said and done against your child's father. Like, that's gonna see all of this one day. They always say, oh, Momo gonna see that. Don't say that about her mom. She gonna see what's said about her daddy too, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Kids love their parents equally. At least when the parents are involved. Because you got some kids that, child, listen. But we all know that baby love her daddy. She love her daddy. She love her mama. But that's not cool. That's not, we're not going to chalk it up to, oh, they both try to ruin each other when we didn't see that play out. We can't do that. That's not fair. That's not fair. Was there a period where it was some back and forth subbing going on? Yeah. Of course, we all seen it. But when it comes to ruining, that was a one-sided play. That wasn't collectively done. Let's not do that. And if you're going to say he tried to ruin her, you're going to have to provide proof. Because we got proof of her trying to ruin him. But we're going to be waiting on the proof of him ruining her. Now I'm finna go to sleep, Gemini. I'm tired too. I was, child. I'm not finna play with Ren. Ren keep typing. They ruined each other. I can't. Hey, Miss Lysanda. You could tell by the way she was yelling like Tarzan on the internet today that the elevator. Y'all get on my nerves. Hey, Christina. Thank you for 24 months, my love. Let's see. Ren, you can come back, Ren. Ren say I'm coming back on the part 2. That's fine. You can come back. Make sure you ready to have a real conversation though. When you come back, okay? Go do a little research. Do me a favor and do a little more research. Let's see. Y'all leave Ren alone. Ren is harmless, y'all. Leave Ren alone. Leave Ren alone. I think that's a genuine, not genuine. I think that's a real person behind that page. Because listen, you could tell if it's a troll. Trust me, you could tell if it's a troll. They not disrespectful. They just, some people be fooled. Some people be fooled by idolization. Y'all know how it go in the Saga, child. Y'all know how it goes. You remember when she was secretly recorded RH and he asked her why was she crying about a pastor? I'm curious to know if it was the pastor that Janelle was talking about. I don't think that was the same pastor. I don't think that was the same. I don't know. I don't think that was the same pastor. And I think that Janelle was talking about the deacon. He probably said pastor, but I think he was talking about that deacon. But that, that's for another day. That's for another day. We'll talk about that members only. Just remind me. Let me see. The only thing they say is he be throwing. He did at one point. He did, and I can't fault him for that because child, with everything he went through, a sub is the. Listen, they lucky. That's all they got. Okay, with the stuff that he went through, child, a sub ain't shat. He did, and they don't give him credit for that, Nola. RH tried to cover both of them. Initially, he said it was a skit. She didn't want that. She wanted it to be out here because they were setting a play for her to be the victim, the bruised wife. Remember, Tasha K exposed the whole plot, child. But it just so happens to not work out like that because, but one, God don't play. Listen, God don't like ugly. You can only get away with deceptive things like that for so long. For so long before God exposes the truth. I agree. He never went as low as she did, but men usually don't. Exactly. And that's why I don't like when they say that. Like, let's not do that. You know, is he petty? Yeah. Has he thrown subliminals? Yeah. He's human. Imagine you getting the type of energy you get, negative energy, you getting on the internet and you don't do nothing. Like, child, ain't nobody that composed. Ain't nobody, no. Ain't nobody got that much self-restraint. It's not humanly possible. Not at all. So, but anyways, y'all, I'm finna get up off of here. Yep, I agree, Miss Angela. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, y'all. It's gonna probably be it's gonna be a late evening. I don't know if it's gonna be a nightcap. It's probably gonna be a late evening live tomorrow. It ain't gonna be as late as this one. It'll be more of a, late evening, but I will be back. I love y'all. I'm finna get ready to go to sleep. I got 5 o'clock come around so fast. Good thing I took my shower before I did my live, child. I fell asleep. I fell asleep in the shower. But anyways, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. Y'all always pull up. No matter how long I be gone, child. Y'all pull right on up. I love y'all down. Good night. I'm going to say a prayer for y'all. Make sure y'all pray for your girl as well. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
Y'all know what time it is. The truth teller in the spot. Always bring the facts. Yeah, she make the fake stop. Stop clearing out the noise. Never let the lie rock. Nope. Say it with me loud. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Yeah. Wipe them down, pop. It's Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. It's Lil Park, baby. Receipts on deck, she gon' air that out. Lil Park, wipe them down. If it's cap in the chat, she gon' call that out. Lil Park, wipe them down. Came with the proof, better watch it now. Lil Park, wipe them down. If it ain't fast, don't come around. Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. It's Lil Park, baby. She a Louisiana with truth on black. Lil Park, wipe them down. Receipt so strong, but the lies won't let. Lil Park, wipe them down. When she step in the spot, all eyes on her. Lil Park, wipe them down. Expose real quick, make the face to turn. Lil Park, baby. Who got the truth? Lil Park. Who bring the proof? Lil Park. Hands to the left, hands to the right, wipe them down. Club lit up all night, wipe them down. Who got me? She OB. Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. It's Lil Park, baby. Truth don't mean you gon' stand on that. Lil Park, wipe them down. Blocking the trolls, never looking back. Lil Park, wipe them down. Whole crowd move when the name get loud. Lil Park, wipe them down. She the voice of the people and she shut them down. Lil Park, baby. Truth too strong, wipe them down. Pop, pop. Crowds sing along, wipe them down. Pop, pop. From the booth, she a beast, wipe them down. Pop, pop. It's Lil Park, baby. Shut it down.